Stone Sage, how are we all doing today? I'm going to tell you briefly about meeting Muhammad Ali. In 1975, March or April, Amtrak had a special $99 round trip ticket. And I thought that'd be really cool. Take advantage of it. I'd never been on a train that long. I mean, I'd been on trains when I lived in Philadelphia and everywhere, but I'd never been on anything overnight. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. So I had an old girlfriend that lived in St. Pete Beach, Florida. And I called and said, hey, mind if I come down for a few days? And she said, no, come on down. So I got my ticket and made all the arrangements. And this is going to be a long trip, so I made sure I had plenty of pot and I had a small little pipe. And I figured, well, there'd probably be some way I could smoke on the way down. So got in, had a friend drop me off at the station, and I was early, so I went to they had a lounge, restaurant, bar area. I went in to have a beer while I was waiting. And I'm sitting at the bar and talking to the bartender, and I look out to the concourse and I see this guy. And I'm thinking, man, that looks like Muhammad Ali. And I turned to the bartender. I said, that guy looks like Muhammad Ali. And I look again, and he's gotten closer. I'm going, that. I look back at the bartender and go, that's Muhammad Ali. He goes, yeah. He comes in here every once in a while. He drops his wife and kids off to the train, and he'd rather have them take the train. So I said, wow, that's cool. So we're sitting there, and he comes in, and he orders a burger, and I look over to him, and I go, you're Muhammad Ali? He goes, yep. And I put my hand out, shook his hand, and I'm going, oh, thinking inside, I'm going, wow, man, this is Muhammad Ali. I'm actually meeting him. And so we sit and chat a few minutes while I was waiting for his burger. And before he got his burger, I asked, could I have your autograph? And he goes, yep. So I got a pen and paper from the bartender, and he writes Muhammad Ali. And I'm going, wow, man, this is really cool. What a way to start a little trip. So after he was done with his burger, he left, and a few minutes later, the train came. So I got on the train. Now I brought, as I said, plenty of pot with me, and I had a small little pipe that I could use. And trains were different back then. Every car had their own little men's and ladies' bathroom and lounge area. So I figured I put my bag over my seat and went in. They had a bar car, and so I figured on the way to the bar car, I stopped in the bathrooms, and I'm going, all right, this will work. So I got my bag out and my pipe, and I'd smoke a bowl or two, and I'd walk to the next train, and I'd go in the men's room there, and I'd smoke a bowl or two, and then I just worked my way down to the bar. I sat down in there and having a good time, having a beer or two, and I met these Canadian guys, and they were cool. So we all sat around, had some beers, and I said, told them I got some weed. And they said, yeah, so do we. So I said, what I did is I went and I'd go into the men's room in each of these cars, and I just wouldn't stop for long. I just do a hit or two, then move to the next one. I said, wow, that's a great idea. So the three of us started doing that up and down the train. We'd go up a few cars, down a few cars, go back to the bar, have a beer, and we did this most of the day, and it was a 24-hour ride, so it was a long time. So later that night, go back to get to my seat, and there's this guy sitting in my seat. I said, hey, man, this is my seat. I got my ticket. The guy says, no, sorry, man, I'm sitting here. I said, no, this is my seat. That's my bag. So you need to get up and move. They go, no, I'm not. I said, all right, I'll be back. And I went, and again, I knew what to do on a train since I'd been on them in Philadelphia. And I got the porter. I said, this gentleman is not moving out of my seat. This is my ticket. And I said, could you help me get him out? And porter says, yeah, sure, no problem. So he walked back to my seat, and the porter says, sir, you need to get out of the seat. He says, no, I'm sitting here now. I said, nope, this is this gentleman's seat, and you need to get up and move. The guy was not happy. So he got up and moved, and I sat down. And I went, fell asleep, waited till the next morning, got up, went to the dining car, had some breakfast, but on the way I stopped in a few of these little men's rooms on the way down and did a couple hits and had breakfast. Really cool trip. Enjoyed doing it, and got down to St. Pete's Beach. Old girlfriend picked me up. spent my time at St. Pete's Beach, beautiful place, and so time to go back, and had just about enough pot to make it back. So did the same thing. Now I didn't meet these Canadians again, but I just did the same thing. I'd go to the bar car, I'd go up a couple men's rooms, do my hits, go back, and then again you could smoke cigarettes on the trains back then. Everybody smoked everywhere. So um, and again did my little trip and got back to Washington. I had my autograph, and I'm going, wow, what a trip! This is really cool. All righty, peace out.